Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? Tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. Here with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You look at the Bulls, things stacking up nicely for them so far. #1 in their conference and looking formidable.
Checking out the Bulls, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you've got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
So the Houston starting five. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Amin Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün, and it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. And for the Bulls, Kyle Kuzma out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Kobe White, then it's Cameron Johnson, and it's DJ in at point. And in the front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
Well, BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win, don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
And for Van Vliet, most of his shot attempts come from beyond the arc.
Here's DJ, guarded by Van Vliet. Shot is good by DJ.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Green. Brooks a screen on Johnson. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Chicago with the ball. They're really clicking as a unit. Tonight, looking for their 11th straight win.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Chicago making their last shot. Green. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
On the break. And Thompson gets it to go.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Takes it inside. Shot is good by DJ. DJ's got 6 points.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Now here's Van Vliet, guarded closely. It's hauled in by the Bulls. This is the first they're seeing of Houston.
Yeah, they had some trouble with this team last year, splitting the season series.
Offensive rebound.
Houston foul. Dylan Brooks.
Chicago shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Team foul. At the line for 2,
First one falls for him. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled into every crowd.
Eason's checked in for Houston.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
To the inside, pass to Şengün. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. DJ pulls it in. The Bulls have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 10.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Green against White. And it's Green missing. Chicago leading by 5. DJ passes to Johnson. Now here's Kuzma. Pass to White. Kuzma outside. Here's DJ. Defended by Thompson. Shot is good by DJ.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Rockets trail by 7. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
They really struggled to to find their footing throughout the night. But towards the end, they got into a flow and almost won it.
You know, when things aren't going your way, it's tough to stick it out. So I applaud them for hanging in there.
Now here's Van Vliet. 14 points for him last game against the Clippers. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Van Vliet's got his second bucket on the night. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Shot is good by DJ.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
The open shot, Van Vliet. The quick look, no good that time.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Here's DJ. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. DJ's got 16 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for Houston. 9-point game. On the wing, Thompson. Outside Eason. 4-3. He buries it from 3.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
For Chicago, they've got 7 of 8 in the basket. Shot is good by DJ.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Outside Eason. Back to Van Vliet for 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Vucevic, the pass to Kuzma. Back to Johnson. The kick out to White. Vucevic, a screen on Green. White with it. Green picks him up. Shot clock at 3. Pass to Johnson. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Houston.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. Lets the 3 fly. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Kuzma outside. Here's DJ. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Chicago leading by 11. Here's DJ. No good with the triple.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Back to Van Vliet. The 3-ball. Knocks it down from distance. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
You could see it before the ball even got to him. Van Vliet was locked and loaded, ready for that thing to fly.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Rockets trail by 8. Here's Thompson. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Here's DJ. Thompson pulls it in. The Rockets have got 6 of 14 in so far. Down low. Şengün, no good.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
White, the pass to DJ. 3-pointer. Oh, they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Van Vliet outside. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
He may be undersized, but Van Vliet, boy, this man has fantastic touch around the rim.
Good on the shot.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Rockets trail by 9. Outside, Green. Pass to Thompson. Johnson with the defensive effort.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Shot is good by DJ. DJ's got 28.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Now here's Green. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against the Clippers.
And he made a living at the line as well. Got there over and over and did some damage. And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Here's Green. Chicago making their last shot. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Can't get it to go. 5 for 11 in the game now. Bulls leading by 11. DJ passes to White. Here's DJ. Pass to Kuzma. Here's DJ. Green covering. Kuzma outside. Hits the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 14.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And how about we check the numbers for Nikola Vucevic?
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
For Chicago, Dosunmu, he's checked in for Kuzma. Josh Giddey comes in for Johnson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for White. He drops it from range.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Herders checked in for Chicago. Steven Adams checked in for Houston.
Substitution on the clock.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Smith passes to Giddey, and here's Dosunmu. Shot is good by DJ. DJ's got 32 points.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Rockets trail by 21. How about the grit of Ayo Dosunmu? You see it in his hustle play, but also his work ethic, RJ.
Yes, he continues to improve, BA. The coach is training him to be shot ready. That's down and low. He's upping his volume and...
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible!
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Houston has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the three-point line in this first quarter. Here's Whitmore outside. Chicago grabs the miss. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game. He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Outside Whitmore. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Pass to DJ. And that one is stuffed right through.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls, a huge 24-point lead for them. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More NBA on 2. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
So the Houston 5 right now. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Springer in at the 1 spot. Şengün, no good.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's DJ. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Holiday's checked in for Springer. Chicago shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Richard, if the 3-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
Şengün, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's DJ. Count it. DJ's got 7 points here in the quarter.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Back to Holiday to stop the run. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Giddey.
Personal foul.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
The first free throw is good. Chicago making a switch here. Russell is checked in. And the Rockets with possession here. Smith finds Holiday. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Now here's Whitmore. Giddey defends. And that one's good. Whitmore.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
DJ, no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Whitmore. Holiday with the ball. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one's on Zach Collins.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
That's good from Holiday. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason. His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Pass to Thompson. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Dosunmu outside. Here's DJ. He got it again! Sensational!
Oh my goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 14.
Capable of very big nights. Van Vliet has the ball in his hands a lot, and that can turn into buckets.
Here's DJ, guarded by Van Vliet. For three, Smith. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Şengün. That shot, no good. Collins with the defensive effort. Giddey passes to DJ. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
I like seeing Giddey challenge defenses like this, making them compromise in the process.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw good from Giddey. Chicago making some changes. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Whitmore's checked in for the Rockets. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. Pass to DJ. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Time called here. The Rockets decide to talk it over.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
On your feet, fans.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Johnson comes in for Giddey. Brooks, he's checked in for Houston. Jalen Green comes in for Whitmore. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by White. Good work there as it goes. Green's got his first points of the game.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Shot is good by DJ.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Van Vliet, the basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Van Vliet's got 16 points now.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
That one falls.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Outside, Green. Şengün, the screen. To the middle. Vucevic with a steal. Here's White. No good there. Green with the defensive effort. The Rockets have gotten 7 of 12 shots to go here in the second. And Richard, the former second overall pick in 2021. We all see the potential for Jalen Green.
When you see the physical ability combined with his shooting range, he's got a chance to be one of the top scorers in this league.
2 on the clock. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Tipped.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Great time right there by Kuzma. An impressive distributor at his position.
On the assist.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. Buries it from 3. Van Vliet's got 7 points here in the quarter.
This brings him to 3 total makes from the arc, with just 1 in this half so far.
That one goes in.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Van Vliet's got 21 points in the game. White for three. Sinks the tray.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Shoots from 12. Another one falls for Houston.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Kuzma outside. Pass to DJ. Outside Johnson. Kuzma, the pass to DJ. Outside Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Another three for Chicago.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
Houston has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Brooks outside. Green, a screen. The three is up. And it's Brooks missing.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's DJ. Hits yet again. Wow! 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And it's Van Vliet off the drive. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Van Vliet's got 11 points in the quarter.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Here's DJ, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. And again, that's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Inside,
2 minutes.
from the left block. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from Van Vliet. Thompson's got 10 points.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Here's DJ, up and in on the layup.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. The three is up. Gets the three to fall. Van Vliet's got 26 points.
If you let him, Van Vliet will just live at the arc. I mean, he shoots fearlessly from out there.
DJ, no good. Houston has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. And it's hammered home by Green.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Oh, another one falls. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss. Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Kuzma against Thompson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll belong to Kyle Kuzma.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game. And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Smith, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Chicago's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Pass to White. Now here's Johnson. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half. Shot clock at 6. DJ passes to Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. Johnson's got 5 now. And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Let's go with a 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's White. Can't hit it from 12 feet. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a gigantic 33-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm gonna let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2.
Taking a peek now at... Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And for the Bulls, their shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Johnson is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then it's Kobe White. And it's DJ in at the point. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. And it's Houston's ball. Outside, Green. Back to Van Vliet. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
And when Van Vliet kicks it up a notch, get out of his way. Keep letting him do his thing.
Shot is good by DJ.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Chicago with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
DJ. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
At the line for Chicago, number 77. Taking 2.
And so he makes both from the line. About a minute played here in the second half. Thompson outside. Knocks down the triple. Thompson's got 14 points.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Pass to Johnson. Now White. And here is Vucevic, defended by Şengün. The kick out to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's DJ. Outside Johnson. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Şengün, a screen on Kuzma. Thompson gets a good look. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And the layup is good. DJ's got 8 points in the quarter.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Van Vliet, the pass to Brooks. Fires for 3. Van Vliet misses.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Shot is good by DJ.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. And they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Pass to Şengün. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by White.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for 1, Nikola Vucevic.
RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
And it's Green off the drive. Brooks outside. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. Taking a look at Houston, they're still trying to get something started this year. Currently at the bottom of the conference. Here's DJ. And got it! Another basket!
This This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Van Vliet with it. And he's got 28 now. To halt the run. Counted from distance. Van Vliet's got 31 points.
I mean, a smart shooter. I like watching Van Vliet measure the defense and stick them with the J.
Shot is good by DJ.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Thompson outside. Outside, Green unloads from 13, and he knocks the jumper down. Green's got 6.
I know it's not in vogue right now, but for guys like Green, there are points to be had in that mid-range.
Back to Kuzma. Pass to White. Here's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Bulls have gotten off to an incredible start in this half. 8 of 8 from the floor. Pass to DJ. Now here's Johnson. Here's DJ. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Johnson. This one for 3. Rebound by Van Vliet.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Brooks, the pass to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Hey, look, sometimes you just got to let the big man work. Şengün doing it in style.
Up top, White. Here's DJ, guarded by Van Vliet. Outside White. Pass to DJ. Outside Johnson. And Chicago again with a bucket.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Thompson scanning the floor. And here is Green. That's good from Van Vliet. And the assist by Green. Green's got 4 assists in the game.
He's been a bright spot in their play today, but he could really use some help.
DJ. Again! What an avalanche! And there it is. 82 points.
This is a game that he will never forget. I know I won't.
Outside, Green. Van Vliet outside. Connects from downtown. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Here's DJ. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Fred Van Vliet. And he knocks down the first one.
And really strong at the line since the break.
And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Giddey comes in for Kuzma. Desumu, he's checked in for Johnson. And Russell is subbed in for White. And a change for the Rockets. Eason's checked in for Brooks. Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Green with the ball. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's DJ. An easy 2 on the layup.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Outside Eason. On the wing, Green. From the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to DJ, to the paint. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Thompson. 14 points for him. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Outside Eason. Back to Van Vliet. Can they get it? Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 5 rebounds tonight. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. DJ, no good. The Rockets have gotten 7 of 15 shots to hit in the second half. Back to Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here's DJ. Good! That's another bucket!
90 points! A legendary performance!
We will be talking about this one for a long, long time. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. From behind the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it's encouraging to watch Green knock down the triple. Needs to keep doing this.
And another one.
He just knocked 92 points on that one.
Simply surreal. I'm not sure even he can believe what's going on. Van Vliet, the pass to Green. Eason against Giddey. And here's Green from the arc. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's DJ, and there's the drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Love the selfless approach from Russell. His teammates appreciate when he finds them uncovered.
The Rockets shooting at 49% so far in the game. Outside, Green. Şengün, the screen. And it's Green missing.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's good. He hits another one. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Van Vliet outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Thompson inside. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
In pick and roll, Şengün dives hard to the rim, and he's got pretty good hands.
And the Bulls shooting a legendary 79%. Their offense is just on a tear. Shot is good by DJ.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Thompson outside. Back to Van Vliet. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, it's hard to understate the value Van Vliet brings to this team, Richard.
When you look back at Toronto's championship in 2019, he made some huge plays. When the moment got big, he came through and came out on top.
That free throw good from Van Vliet. You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, BA. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Ellis is checked in for Dosunmu. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Thompson. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. And with this pause, let's take a look at the teams that have generated the most offense on the break this season. Number 1, the Bulls. Second, Houston.
I'll tell you what, the breakneck pace both of these teams like to play at is a fun thing to watch. Neither squad wastes any time getting out in transition and looking to score.
From G League to a big-time player, Van Vliet's journey is nothing short but inspirational.
Shot is good by DJ.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Houston shooting an efficient 55% in the third quarter. Green for 3. Sinks it from distance. Green's got 11 points in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's DJ. Hangs and misses.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked.
Outside, Green to the inside. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Wow, Smith going for a slam. He wants everyone to know that he's arrived.
Shot is good by DJ.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And here's Van Vliet. He's got 38. Smith with a screen on Russell. To the middle. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play, rolling into open position right on cue.
Here's DJ. There's the drive, and he converts the layup. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Russell against Van Vliet. Smith with a screen on Russell. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And so it's Chicago, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And they're doing everything they can to put this game away before the final buzzer sounds. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. Once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all